Welcome to the Modern Talks, your go-to podcast for navigating life as a modern young woman. I'm Aida Askarova, and each episode will dive into the topics that matter most: reducing stress, boosting your self-esteem, and balancing work, studies, and private life. Whether you're a student, a young professional, or someone looking for inspiration, this podcast is here to educate and motivate you. So, let's talk about the things that shape our lives as a modern woman. Hello girls, how are you? Welcome to the first episode of our podcast Modern Talk. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic: how to boost the self-esteem and confidence. I know it is a tough and relatable topic for most of the girls, for me too, to be honest. So that is why we're going to talk about it today. So many of us struggle with insecurities, self-doubt, and fear of judgment, and all these fears appear especially during teenage times, and from that moment they stay with us until we work them out. But the good news is that you can work with it, and today I'm going to tell you how. So let's break down what is self-esteem, what affects self-esteem, what habits will help you become more confident, and how to change your internal dialogue to feel better about yourself. So let's start. Firstly, we have to ask ourselves, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is how we value and perceive ourselves. It is based on our opinions and beliefs about ourselves, which can feel difficult to change. We might also think of this as self-confidence. Self-esteem is formed from childhood. The influence of parents, school, environment, social networks, etc. If you were often criticized or compared to others as a kid, it can affect your confidence. Your self-esteem can affect whether you like and value yourself as a person, can make decisions and assert yourself, recognize your strengths, feel able to try new or difficult things, show kindness towards yourself, move past mistakes without blaming yourself unfairly, take the time you need for yourself, believe you matter and are good enough, believe you deserve happiness. Many people in this world have low self-esteem. According to the statistics, about 85% of the people have low self-esteem. The things that affect our self-esteem are different for everyone. Your self-esteem might change suddenly, or you might have had low self-esteem for a while. There are lots of things in life that may contribute to low self-esteem. For example, being bullied or abused, experiencing prejudice, discrimination or stigma, including racism, losing your job or difficulty finding employment, problems at work or while studying, physical health problems, and mental health problems. You might have had some of these experiences, and you might have had difficulties that aren't listed here. Or there might not be one particular cause. But you have to remember that low self-esteem isn't a mental health problem in itself. But mental health and self-esteem can be closely linked. Some of the signs of low self-esteem can be signs of a mental health problem. This is especially if they last for a long time or affect your daily life. For example, feeling hopeless or worthless, blaming yourself unfairly, hating yourself, worrying about being unable to do things. Having a mental health problem could also cause you to have low self-esteem. And it might feel harder to cope or take steps to improve your self-esteem if you struggle with your mental health. It is important to realize that self-esteem is not a static thing. It can be developed. To do this, you need to learn how to treat yourself properly and work on your inner state. So now let's move on to the next part of our podcast, and it is about how to get rid of the negative thoughts about ourselves. Often our self-esteem suffers because of the way we talk to ourselves. If you are constantly criticizing yourself, calling yourself a failure, comparing yourself to others, of course your self-confidence will plummet. What we can do to stop thinking like that? Now I'm going to share some tips that helped me when I had a tough time with my self-esteem. The first one is catch your negative thoughts and try changing it. Start paying attention to your thoughts. For example, if you think I'm not good enough, replace it with I'm working on myself and getting better every day. Stop and ask yourself the question, is this really true? Often our brains exaggerate fears and doubts, and when we have a bad mood because something went not like we planned, we immediately start to blame ourselves. You have to remember that your thoughts are material. If you think bad about yourself, then you will become this bad version of yourself. So it's really important to pay attention to our thoughts, because with our thought we can program ourselves in achieving anything we want. The second one is use affirmations. For most, affirmations sound stupid and useless, but in fact, they will help you to be kind with yourself and understand that you're worth anything. Repeat positive affirmations to yourself. I am worthy of love and respect. I believe in myself and my strengths. I deserve success. This may seem strange at first, but over time your brain will begin to accept these phrases as truth, as I said in previous part about programming ourselves. So now I'm going to turn on a positive affirmation for self-love, self-esteem, and confidence. Listen to this audio every day for 21 days as your daily morning affirmations or in the evenings right before you sleep. Repeat each affirmation after me. I will give you time after that. So let's start. I accept myself exactly as I am. I respect myself. I love and embrace all of me. I believe in myself. I trust myself. I shine brightest when I am my true self. I am beautifully unique and incomparable to others. I am grateful for my body and all it does to support me. My worth is innate and cannot be taken away. Now let's get back to the podcast. Try to repeat these affirmations every day and you will see the difference. You can also search for more affirmations online and they can be on different topics. Thirdly, stop comparing yourself to others. It's easy to fall into the I'm worse than others trap on social media. Remember that on Instagram or TikTok, people only show the best moments of their life, not reality. People don't post their failures, mistakes, worries because they think that it wouldn't be interesting for their followers. On their social media accounts, they want to create an ideal version of themselves, hiding everything else. Unfortunately, many people still don't understand it and they start to negatively think about themselves even more. Remember, only compare yourself to yourself. What you were a year ago and what you've become today. Try to become a better version of yourself each year, even if it is small steps. Fourthly, keep a diary of accomplishments. Write down every day at least one thing you are proud of. It can be even small things like, I got out of my comfort zone. I did a good job. I praised myself. Over time, this list will help you realize how strong and capable you are. And lastly, talk to yourself as with a friend. Imagine your best friend talking about yourself the way you talk about yourself in negative moments. What would you say to her? Be as kind and supportive to yourself as you are to others. That were all tips that I wanted to share with you, and I really hope that you would find something for yourself and they will help you to boost your self-esteem. Making small steps every day will help you to become an ideal version of yourself. Now, let's move on to the next section. Useful habits for self-confidence. Building confidence is a process and habits play a key role in this. Here are some simple but effective habits that will help you build confidence. At the end, you will be surprised because these habits are so small but make such a big difference. The first one is straight posture and a confident gait. You may not have noticed, but the way you hold your back and move directly affects your sense of confidence. Try spending the day with your shoulders squared, a straight posture, and the confidence gaze forward. You will be surprised at how different you feel. The second one is self-care. Self-confidence starts with loving yourself. This is not only taking care of your appearance, but also taking care of your physical and mental health. Regular nutrition, physical activity, adequate sleep, all of this creates the foundation for a sense of stability and confidence. I know we are young and want to lie down with our phones till 3 a.m., but please stop and get some sleep. You will thank me later. And lastly, socializing with positive people. Our environment shapes us, even if we don't realize it. If you spend time with people who support you, inspire you, and believe in you, your confidence will grow. If you're around toxic people who constantly criticize you or instill doubt, it's time to reevaluate your environment. So, how to stop depending on other people's opinions? Now it's time to talk about this important topic. One of the main causes of insecurity is fear of judgment. We are afraid that we will not be accepted, that they will say something bad. But it's important to realize that other people's opinions are just someone else's thoughts, not facts. How do I stop living in fear of often people's judgments? Ask yourself, does this opinion help me? Often, we hold on to other people's words that have no real value. If another person's opinion doesn't give you growth or make you a better person, why give it such a value? Remember that people are most often preoccupied with themselves. We think everyone around us is evaluating us, but in reality, everyone is focused on their own problems. Try an experiment. Go to a crowded place and imagine that someone is evaluating you. Most likely, people won't even pay attention because they're immersed in their own thoughts. Be true to yourself. If you have goals, dreams, and visions for your life, don't let other people's words lead you astray. Self-confidence is not about arrogance. It's about knowing yourself and being true to your values. You know best what is right for you. Self-esteem is not something that changes overnight. It is a process that takes time, but the key is to take small steps. Every day, do something that scares you. You may be scared to say no, voice your opinion, or try new things. But it's these small challenges that help you become more confident. Start small. Say no when you used to say yes. Compliment yourself in front of the mirror, or write a list of your strengths. Write down your strengths and accomplishments. Everyone has strengths, but we often overlook them. Write a list of qualities you are proud of and reread it in moments of doubt. This will help you see your value. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. Many of us fear failure, but mistakes are actually experiences. Every mistake is a lesson, not an indicator of your failure. Allow yourself to be imperfect. It's totally okay. And finally, watch your internal dialogue. We've already talked about the importance of a positive inner dialogue, but I'll say it again. How you talk to yourself is how you feel about yourself. Replace self-criticism with support. Be your own friend. Girls, remember, your self-esteem is in your hands. No one can give you confidence but yourself. Start with small steps, apply the techniques we talked about today, and soon you will notice how your attitude towards yourself changes. I'll be very interested to hear what you liked most from this issue. Write in the comments here or on my Instagram account, Askarova. I will be really happy to hear your feedback. And also, if you want me to talk about a specific topic, don't hesitate to write me. I will consider every request. It is already time to say goodbye. Thanks for being with me and see you in the next episode where we'll talk about... Oh no, I'm not going to announce the topic for the next episode. Stay with me and keep up with the modern talks.